Tale of the Mermaid and the Two Fishermen. On a remote islet, on whose cliff a mermaid lived, she used to play with the reef fish and liked to hide among the beautiful sea beds formed by corals, sponges and algae. The tangible tranquility was suddenly cut short by two strange characters. Quickly the mermaid went to hide, and from her hiding place, she did not stop looking at them very strangely, since it was the first time she contemplated two human beings. She was surprised that they didn't have a fish tail. They communicated in a language she didn't understand and laughed at each other's jokes. "Charles, today it seems to me that you are only going to catch a cold." "No, Michael didn't see how I caught two mullets." "Of course, but with these last pearls I have put together a little bag, the value of which is more than a year's work for you." The mermaid, fruit of her curiosity, came closer and closer to them, although she did not realize that she was risking being discovered, and so she did. "Look over there, by Neptune, I have seen what looks like a mermaid. Michael, let's go get it, see if we can catch it." "Yes, I'll do it. Remember, you can't swim and you could drown." Michael jumped into the water, tried to go after her, but he couldn't reach her and, exhausted by the great effort involved, decided to return to the nacelle. "It couldn't be, let's try again tomorrow." "Charles, good idea, I have a proposal if we get it." "I can think of a game, it will be whoever kisses her first." "A deal is made and we'll agree on it." After thinking about how she escaped, they understood that they had to work as a team if they wanted to capture such prey. Michael chose to make a necklace with the biggest and brightest pearls, and Charles would use the net. They carefully prepared the following plan for him to fall into the trap. Michael would sink the hook with the necklace, and if the mermaid caught it, Charles would wait crouching down to spread the net over it to catch it. Everything was ready. They returned to the island and placed the lure. It was only to be expected. Unfortunately, the mermaid couldn't resist her unbridled curiosity and, engrossed by the flashes, she rushed to get the necklace. Wham! She fell into the trap and was captured. The mermaid did not cease to brace and to give tails. She struggled to free herself from the net without managing to escape, until she surrendered exhausted by the effort. "She is already ours, now we only have to see who will stay with her." "Charles, you have looked at her face and skin full of scales. She is not like the mermaids of the stories, and kissing her will not be necessary." "What a disappointment, she is not as beautiful as I imagined." "Charles, it belongs to me, since it was truly attracted by the luster of my pearls and not by the smell of sardines in your net." "Brother, you do not feel her suffering, we must return her to the sea." "Charles, maybe not, I want to take her with me to the port and expose her to the public as a fairground attraction." Charles disagreed with Michael's proposal, moved by the mermaid, who remained sad and frightened. In an outburst he opened the net where she had escaped. Michael could not help himself and, enraged by what had happened, he shook Charles, who lost his balance and fell into the sea. As we know, Charles could not swim and sank to such a depth that it was impossible for Michael to save him. Now what would Michael do when he returned to port? What would he tell his parents and the locals about Charles's tragic fate? He thought about blaming the mermaid, lying to get rid of his conscience problems, and he did. When his friends and the fishing village heard about the incident, they were very upset and unanimously decided to go hunting for the mermaid and make her pay for what she had done to the boy. A group of fishermen got together and loaded their nets and harpoons into the boats, setting out for the island, not knowing the miraculous surprise that awaited them. Charles with the pearl necklace was waiting for them on the cliff because he had been saved by the mermaid, of which was never known. Prejudice is often dangerous without the discovery of truth.